10 minutes of yoga. We're just going to start right now, laying on our backs. Take care always, and remember to breathe well, and use this practice for whatever it is that you want to get out of it. It might be just because you want to start doing some yoga. Maybe you want to get grounded, or you want to feel connected. Keep that in mind as we move. Let's just start. Come and lay down. So rolling your way all the way down to your mat, really slowly. There is no rush. Curling the body down, allowing the ground to catch you. And then when you make it down onto the floor, take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Letting each one of those breaths go. One more. Can you feel everything moving to accommodate your breath? So let's hug the right knee in towards the chest. So we're really hugging this right knee in. Roll the right ankle in a circle, but keep the shoulders grounded and lengthen the left leg away from you. As you lengthen the left leg away, can it really be sent away? Heel away, right knee in. Lift that heel up off of the ground. And then place the heel back down. Maybe you have a little bit more space to bring that right knee in just a little, without creating tension. Rolling the right ankle. And then see if you can lift that left leg up towards the sky. Only an option, you could just bend it. Then bend the left knee and swap sides. So the left knee comes in and the right foot is planted down. Hugging that left knee in and sending the right leg away, and roll the left ankles. There's lots going on. Finding that relaxation through the shoulders, rolling that left ankle as you lift the right heel. And then on purpose, intentionally drop that right heel down and see if that gives you a little bit more space in this left hip to bring that knee in. Once again, either bending up the right knee or sending that right leg long up towards the sky. Hugging both knees in and then circling the hips. So we are just finding space in our hips at the same time as feeling the ground beneath us. It's amazing what we can do at the same time. So place the feet back down and take a full body stretch. As if your body is yawning awake. Lengthen out the legs if that feels okay in the back, or keep the knees bent. Lengthen the whole of the right side, so the right fingertips as far away from the right toes. And then the whole of the left side. Circle the wrists, circle the ankles. And bend up those knees once again. Hug the knees in towards the chest and lift the head and the shoulders up off the ground and rock side to side. Okay. So as we place the left foot down, bring the right knee in and lower the head. Place the right ankle onto the left knee and use your right hand to guide that knee open. So it's not the knee opening, it's the hip. It's just that we feel like we're placing the hand over onto that knee. Left arm can come out to the side. If this feels okay, perhaps you lift the left foot off of the floor. If it doesn't, you leave that left foot down. Holding on around the back of the thigh, there's flexion in this right foot. And just with your mind, you're sending your right knee away. And there's not really anything to do with the knee. We never want pain in the knee. We just want to find some space in the hip. Have a little rock side to side. And maybe even extend the left leg up towards the sky. It's not needed, but just if that feels like it would be good for you and your body. As you place that left foot down onto the ground, we're going to come into a twist, so take the arms into a cactus. It's quite nice for the shoulders. Keeping the structure with the legs, just for a moment, breathe into the belly. As you exhale, send yourself over to one side so that the right foot plants down on the ground. Now this is where you start to really get to know your hips, your body. So maybe actually the right foot isn't on the ground. So for you, just wiggle the left foot in a little. And maybe the foot is higher, that's okay. It'd be nice to actually have a brick here or something to land this leg on. And breathe into the belly. And if this doesn't feel good at all, you come back up to center and you keep the knees together and then you come over for a twist. So it's about getting to know your body, getting to know what feels good, getting to know where some tightness is. Lifting all the way back up to center. And simply crossing the feet the other way. So right foot plants down, left foot and ankle onto the opposite knee. Flex through the foot and either stay here or lifting that right foot up off the ground and hugging on behind the knee, behind the thigh, in front of the shin, wherever it feels like you can find yourself breathing well. Flex the foot, send that left knee away from you just with your mind. Or if this doesn't feel good for you in your body, you place this foot back down. And we're going to come into that twist on this side. So arms open out to the side. I'm going to shuffle over a little bit. I'm going to drop this foot down. And this bottom knee, this foot, just adjust it slightly. Sending that left knee away, opening through the shoulders. Breathing well into the belly and breathing out from it. Again, if this doesn't feel good, you bring the feet back up to center and then rock them. Lifting everything back up to the middle. Feet down onto the floor and sway the knees side to side so the sun is waking up here. And we're going to roll our way up to a seated position. So the knees hugged in. You can rock and roll the length of the spine, or you can simply rock over to one side and then push your way up like that. Maybe just do this a few times, hovering on the toes. And coming all the way up. So it's a little bit playful. Playful is okay. Placing the feet back down, take the hands behind you and take a little stretch here. So maybe up onto the pads of the fingers first to find that space, and then coming back down onto the hands. Feet are planted down, chest is lifted forwards, and then we breathe. And then soften a little bit and rock the knees from side to side. So there's no rush with any of these poses. I think we're in a rush so much. So from here we're going to come into a little reverse tabletop. So with the hands planted down, really press into the pads of your fingers. See if you can shine that chest forward and place the feet down onto the floor. But when I say place the feet down onto the floor, all of the toes, the heel, the outer edge of the feet, we want to feel grounded throughout our yoga poses. Not poses, poses. And then from here, we kind of have to get ready for this pose. So push into the feet. You can feel that. Push into the feet, push into the pads of the fingers. And just start to lift the hips up. And maybe this is where you stop. Maybe you go up a little bit higher, right? Because this is a practice. This is a process. This isn't nailing it first time round. So we start to look up a little, but we don't throw the head back. Feeling how tricky this is and how much we need to ground through the feet and the hands. And we're going to come all the way back, but see if you can send the hips back slightly. And we're going to do that again, but this time take the hands a little bit wider. So we just get to know our bodies, right? And let's do that same thing. So fingertips are facing the toes. Maybe you realise that your feet need to go a little bit wider. And we're going to push into the feet. We're going to push into the pads of the fingers, open the chest. We're going to have another go, but maybe the hands are wider this time. And then we come on up. So second time round, maybe things feel a little bit stronger. But there's tension, right? It's strong in the arms. And then just have a little play as you lower down, seeing if you can shift your weight backwards and we come onto the heels. This is just for fun. And just swaying between those two poses. Yeah, just this little sway, this little rock, starting to find some strength in those arms, or maybe the hips and the body touches down onto the ground and you're more in a seat. Let's stay here for this one. And then from here, roll the shoulders. So we're in this Dandasana, staff pose. Hands placed down onto the ground, or maybe this is where you realise bricks or blocks are really helpful here. And even though it seems a really simple pose, it's tricky, it's challenging, so maybe you put a bend into your knees. We're just going to take a couple of deep breaths here. Close the eyes. This is where we're going to finish our practice. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feeling like you are breathing well, like your whole body is moving with this breath. Feeling as now as if you're grounded, so everything that is in touch with the ground, energy is being sent down to allow you to feel present. And noticing if you are hydrated or if you feel thirsty. And if you're thirsty, you're already a little dehydrated. So we want to feel hydrated in our bodies. Taking one more deep breath in. One more exhale out. And then just relax.